I'm talking at the phone. Hello and welcome to In the Court of Wenton King. It's actually been a long time, you won't be aware of it because the reviews have kept going. We kept it going, man. But it's been a long time. It's been about a month, hasn't it, I think? Yeah. So here we are again. Tonio K.
Did someone send this in or
yes.
Is it a request?
Yeah. So many thanks. It is appreciated gesture to send us music that we can keep. That's so cool. It's another curveball. It's another. Why have you sent us this? American rock artist who isn't prog or prog related at all, really. And it's kind of 10 years removed from our lot. Sort of 78 as opposed to 68. And the sort of universe starts in 1980. But I am kind of talking nonsense because this guy, he did a couple of albums with the Crickets. Yes, those Crickets. Huh? Random. In the early 70s, actually. So, and maybe that was the inspiration for sending us this because we did the Crickets. So the question is, what's the link between this and what we normally review? Well, you know, compare this to Magma. This and King Crimson. Let's do this. You know, it's got heavy guitars, it's rock music, it's very 70s. Well, it's this album is. I assume he went more 80s because it became the 80s. Heavy surf music is in there, but more dynamic and differences in tempo and etc. It's something that makes me think of Thin Lizzy a lot at the start, maybe. I don't think fans would make that association, but purely musical sense, I think that's definitely a thing. So fans of this that come here because of that will be shocked by that. But that's my take on it. And you can see our dedication by the fact that I've left the album in the car. Sorry. There's the album.
Right, very difficult one for us to review this. And I know why. I think this is an incredibly clever album to send in for this, because I think it was when we were doing, was it Van der Graaf Generator? People saying, why don't you review the lyrics, man?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And this is all about the lyrics. I mean, musically it's accomplished, but actually all the action is going on in the words and the wordplay. And the guy is relentless.
Right.
He's really cynical, I think pretty left-wing, anti-authoritarian, punching up.
Yeah.
And actually quite dark in it. I mean, the title itself, Life in the Foodchain, he's referring to it as Life in the Foodchain. That's pretty dark, and cynical. And that's how, I mean, I can't think of anyone, apart from Frank Zappa, who would probably go into those sort of areas.
Be that cynical.
Be that cynical. And he's good, the lyrics themselves are good, the poetry is good, the album itself is a chore.
Okay, sure.
It's a chore because it's sort of, I'm not listening to the words, I'm listening to...
Just the music, yeah.
I'm listening to it, not just the music, but I am listening to it, I'm listening to it as a whole. So the hit's not coming, if you know what I mean. I'm not quite getting what he's saying as he's singing it, because he's a quite thought-provoking, his words are quite thought-provoking.
Right, you need the lyrics. You need to know the lyrics first.
Yeah, to make it, to get everything you're going to get out of the album. And who's got time for that these days?
That's the problem.
Yeah. So, 1978, you can see, like, maybe there is a punk, people relate to punk a new way, but I mean, the punk is probably more in the
lyrics, yeah.
The lyrics and the attitude, really. It's probably a more pure punk, punk's angry, screw you, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But this is more thought-provoking. Actually, very good. I mean, the idea that this guy put up with the Crickets, which is so completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, the surf music, that's where I see just about, only just, but yeah.
Yeah. It was quite surprising actually when I dug into it a little bit more. What an interesting album it is. It's just a shame that I found it a bit. I think tedious is too strong, but I mean it's a little bit.
It hasn't drawn me, not really.
Yeah.
I can say yes, that's good, and there it is. Moving on. It didn't suck me in, but I mean, maybe it's one of those things. Maybe you have to sit down and engage with it. You've got to plan. You've got to read the lyrics, read about it first, and then listen to it.
The thing is that with the music, you wouldn't know that there's anything there to engage with.
Yeah. You think, yes, this is rock music.
Whereas with Zappa, you know there's something to engage with. You know, you're listening to it, but you're not getting everything.
Yeah.
So you got to listen to it again. With this, it's sort of like, okay, it's rock music, really. Nothing.
Yeah.
If that's your first impression, why would you listen any further? I mean, other people maybe, I'm maybe quite unique in this, that I can't pick lyrics up on a first listen. I've never been able to do it. I mean, there's albums I've listened to 50, 60 times, and I still couldn't sing a bloody line of it.
Yeah. Heard cinema, proper cinema, I'm your temper to matter.
Master.
Where did his name come from? What's a Tonio K? What does that mean? It sounds like one of those rap stars. I mean, it's funny actually that he's so anti-authoritarian in his lyrics. It is almost like 60s kind of, from what you were saying. It's, Lenny Bruce.
Yeah, I'd say that sort of thing.
But he sold out basically. He went proper mainstream. Songwriter for hire for Burt Bacharach and Dr. Dre and almost Celine Dion. And Dr. Dre said, "Nothing, he's dead." That's really it. I've got nothing else to say really. I mean,
it's very difficult.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean it's cool.
Thanks for the album.
If you like lyrics of that bent, and you're willing to invest to get past, the music doesn't invite you in without it. I'm sure it is worth it, but without that, probably not. It's all right. I listened to it just as music, and it was all right, and I enjoyed it. But yeah, the lyrics is actually a blind spot for us, isn't it? It's funny that we're quite sort of Roger Waters.
Yeah.
And yet, that's the only one that we like about the lyrics. I wonder why. Why Roger Waters particularly? Why aren't we the sort of Gilmore people that say it doesn't matter about the lyrics? It's just about the guitar solos.
Maybe because Roger Waters is particularly unique in the sense that it is sort of jarringly psychological.
Yes. He does write melodies. He writes the songs. He writes the whole songs. He doesn't just write the words, I suppose. But the melodies, and it's like 2 chords, and it's nothing. But it's amazing. It's the best thing in the world. And actually, Roger Waters isn't. I don't think he's quite recognised as the great lyricist we think he is. Possibly because of his reputation as a difficult man.
Well, if you think about it, I mean, the Beatles were great lyricists, yeah? So Abbey Road. Actually, I mean, I can pretty much sing Abbey Road from the beginning to the end.
Yeah.
But Roger Waters he knows how to take an idea and really, really go with it.
Yes.
I mean, I suppose he defines the concept album almost. The concept is so, it's everything, on the album. It's sort of like, he takes it from all angles and he manages to link it to little stories and stuff like that you wouldn't get with the Beatles.
Yeah, so, you don't get with concept albums generally.
Yeah. The lyricist is probably a little bit lightweight to describe what he does.
Yes, songwriter actually.
Yeah,
you're right. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
He's more like I should imagine he sees himself more like an auteur rather than...
Yes, an auteur.
Yeah.
Auteur, that's the French version. I'm glad we said that bit at the end.
I had it out a bit. All the comments we'll get will be about that bit.
Probably. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, I mean, so this guy's really interesting. I haven't had a chance to really investigate him properly. That's a thing. Sell out, man. That's an interesting thing.
Yeah.
So,
egg it? You can egg it?
It's got to be 3 eggs.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 3 eggs.
3 eggs.
Thank you very much.
God knows what we're going to do next week.
Mm-hmm.